Hey everyone, it's Nyan here. Just wanted to let you know that we did have some technical difficulties during this episode, so the audio sounds a little funky. But that is all. Enjoy the podcast, and I'll see you in a sec.
Okay. Well, hello everyone. Welcome to the After Stream Soup podcast. Oh,
no, you're fine.
I
was
was like, Abby's distracting me. But welcome to the After Stream Soup podcast, guys. This is gonna be an interesting one today.
Yay!
I'm excited. We got Abby here.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl Abbi up into his house.
And we got Lami. And we have soup today.
We got soup. We actually have soup.
We have soup.
I heard
I'm
someone yelling
okay.
woo outside, so yeah. That's a vibe.
Yeah.
Woo!
Fucking soup.
Soup time.
Soup time.
Abby, what soup are you eating today?
Oh, I love that you asked me, Neon. Oh, wrong button. Wrong thing. Hang on.
yeah.
I have some delicious Mr. Noodles here. I know you might be thinking, those don't look like noodles in there. Well, shut up. You don't know.
Them look like balls.
I'm just having some spicy Mr. Noodles here. It's not even that spicy.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. Okay, Lami, what soup do you have today?
Well, as you can tell by my chopsticks, I so eagerly brought up right here. They're wooden. I am doing the classic cup ramen, Maruchan ramen.
Yeah, baby!
Yes,
Woo,
let's go! Woo, ramen!
With all them vegetables, I'm probably not going to eat. No.
Okay.
I'm kidding. What about you, Nia? What's your soup?
They're so little, Lami. And then I have some chicken and rice soup. You know?
Yeah. You know
Pretty yummy.
Rice is almost noodles.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Woo! Gluten free, let's go.
Hell yeah.
We're so good. We're so cool, guys.
Yes.
We are.
We actually had the soup ready for today.
Mm-hmm. We did.
Well, we have it ready next time is the real question.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Hopefully we will. Maybe next time
we'll
I'll bring
have it
some
another
chili.
time. It won't be everyone, because, we're going to have to skip a few without soup, We won't always have it in stock.
Mm-hmm.
But...
stock? Anybody else get that? Because I got that. That was pretty funny.
It's great.
Oh my god.
Great. But yeah, we're gonna be talking about some fanfics today.
Yeah, baby.
Hell
So
yeah.
we figured this is like right up Lami's alley. She's gonna be the star of the show today.
Mm-hmm.
Abby's got some stories. We have a final story that I think people will be excited about hearing, but we're gonna keep that a secret till the end. That's gonna be a surprise to the end of the podcast.
Definitely surprise. Definitely a surprise.
But yeah, Lami, since you kind of like, I don't know, how would I say this?
I was gonna say before we get right into the story, like, this is more pertaining like to me and Abby Neon, like,
that's what I was gonna say. I was like, Lami, I'm gonna let you start because you're like fanfic queen over here.
Before we go into the wonderful, beautiful world that is fan fictions and ships and stuff like that, I do want to ask, Abby, starting with you, how old were you when you first discovered fan fiction? How old were you?
So, I didn't really get super into the fandom scene, other than Twilight. I mean, mind you, but Twilight was different. Twilight was a whole... I wouldn't even say I was in the fandom scene at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Probably around the age of 14 is when I first discovered fan fiction.
Okay.
I might have read like a one here and there that I didn't really realize was fan fiction when I was like 12 or 13.
Uh-huh.
Excuse me. Sorry, it's the soup. It's the soup, guys.
It's the soup.
It is the soup.
But yeah, it was how do I put this? It was certainly an eye-opening experience when I discovered fan fiction, and I realized hey, you like this character or these characters, you can put them together in whatever way you want. If you can find a way that people have put them together and made them do things. Even if it's I'm
Made
not just
them
talking
do
about romantic.
things.
I'm not even talking about just romantic or sexual. Because that's what everybody thinks of when they hear fan fiction.
Mm-hmm.
But like, you know, they might be like, "Oh, alternate universe. They're going to a library. Oh, this is so cute."
Oh,
Hey,
so
you.
cute.
Alternate
So
universes
romantic.
are always sometimes my favorite, depending on the ship.
Depending.
Yeah. So around age of 14. How about you, Lami?
I think I was like, I want to say 11 or 12 when I first started fanfiction.net.
Okay.
11 or 12. And I went into like a deep dive because, okay, so when I was around the crisp age of like 9, I want to say, YouTube had like it was barely like starting out. It was barely a thing, you know, like everyone was kind of talking about and stuff like that. And I don't know who it was. I had gotten really into Sonic, and someone had introduced me to a different side of YouTube. So this is where the fan fiction started, okay? It wasn't me just reading. It was actually going on to different YouTube videos and kind of finding like these it's fucking stupid. It was like these Sonami High School, Sonami chat room, all that stuff because I like ship Sonic and Amy together as a couple. And it would just take me on that side where you would just YouTube Sonami chat room, Sonami high school, Sonami whatever. And it was like different pictures from Sonic episodes. And they had like,
in the Sonic fandom myself, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
And it would be like these really like every time the scene would change or the dynamic would change in the videos, like it wouldn't even be like it's so stupid. It wouldn't even be like animations or anything. It was just still pictures of the characters in a part of the episode from the Sonic X episodes. It was like bad. And then they would also have people that they would draw over in Microsoft Paint. And like they would draw over Sonic's character with like and make their own OC character.
I'm just thinking the dedication to go into Microsoft Paint to like do that. Like, that's a lot. That's a lot. That's a true passion there.
It was dedication, dude. Dedication. And it got me to the point where I would start making PowerPoints. I made like I want to say 70 different PowerPoints, all the same thing, just with different stories.
I wish we could see these.
I wish too. I wish I would have saved them, but I deleted them out of shame. Out of like sheer shame of embarrassment.
Like I wish you would have taken it on like a really bad phone camera from back then. And like so we had like a little snapshot of like
oh man, dude. I think the only person who actually remembers is my older sister because she would come in and rate my PowerPoints.
That's amazing. But maybe she has a picture?
I doubt it, dude. I would have to ask, but that was pretty great. So that's what started the fan fiction journey. And then I got really into fanfiction.net when I first like started like trying to find different stories because I think it was when I first watched Ouran Host Club and they hadn't made a season 2. And I was like, well, I wonder if there are any other stories or anything like that. Come to find fanfiction.net where people had written stories like made up season 2. So yeah. That's pretty much where my journey started.
I got introduced to fanfics probably when I met Lami, to be honest, because like I knew people had like kind of put people together, like they'd be like, oh yeah, I can see them being together, like different characters like Twilight, stuff like that. But like I never like read any or really like got into that stuff because I don't know, I was focused on other things at that time. And then so like when Lami was like, oh, I'm gonna do a fanfic of like, I don't remember who it was, like randomly in the like Krusty's chat or something like that. At one point I was like, okay, maybe I need to look into this stuff and see like what's going on.
So I've been enlightened since then. Obviously,
Yes,
we've
been
had some
enlightening
chats
her,
about
taking her
things.
to the dark side, things like that.
But I would say I'm like baby to fanfics,
You know what? And that's okay. You can be our little fan fiction baby. we will raise you right, knowing the ways of the fan fiction.
Yes.
And we'll guide you along the right path of fan fiction so you understand. It's our job as your fan fiction parents to raise you right and to show you the way so you don't, we can't.
We are your fan fiction parents. We are going to direct you towards the right path.
I'm going to go on quite the journey, I feel like.
And
I'm your fanfiction.net mommy.
You will go. Wherever you go with your fanfiction journey, we at least know that we tried to guide you to a good path. And we hope that you will become a better fanfiction person because of how we raised you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Sounds good.
And then eventually you'll be able to leave the nest and find your own fanfiction way.
Okay.
And the first step in our fanfiction parenting journey is when you hear the stories today, don't be like us.
Yeah, don't
be like us. Okay, that's some solid.
Just to clarify, some of these were written when I was 15 or 16 years old.
Okay.
Years old.
Oh, you're bringing the ones that you wrote?
She's gonna bring the ones she wrote into this.
God,
one of them was one that I wrote in 2020. I thought that's what we were doing. Okay, never mind.
No, we can. I was like,
fan fiction of any kind. No,
yeah,
I wasn't
any
sure
kind.
You exclusively brought
no, but
your fan fiction.
I like this. I like that we have some actual fanfic that is written by someone else, and then we also have fanfic that's been written by our one and only Lami. I think that's very fitting.
No, yeah, it's beautiful. No, I was like, I don't have any fan fiction that I wrote. I literally showed you the one thing that I've written before, which, by the way, this is that's probably never going to see the light of day. Sorry,
true.
Jack.
We did hear that when Lami was giving us story time one night.
Yeah, but so I was just bringing in the fan fictions that I've read, and but it's a healthy. So I figured you were going to bring at least one of your own written ones. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to this. This is going to be great.
I brought one.
I'm going to be taking notes. No, I'm kidding.
I brought the one written one, and then two of them I have. One of them I had already shown, and then the other one is one that I haven't shown yet. And I also have some pulled up on my phone that have already been bookmarked just in case. So
yeah, and we're not reading. Some of them we're not reading the full thing. Some of them are just gonna be little excerpts out of them.
Yeah.
But that'll be pretty much it. Well, that'll be pretty much what the summary is for this podcast. But I felt like we had to give an introduction of how we were first introduced to fan fiction. We were youngins.
Just set the scene.
You know what's funny though? That the movie, I'm pretty sure a lot of people know this, but for those of you who don't, the movie 50 Shades of Grey is actually based on a fan fiction that someone had written about Twilight.
Yeah, I was gonna say, wasn't it about I know I heard about that, the fact that 50 Shades of Grey came from a fanfic from Twilight.
Yeah,
and but it's in my brain, I've never watched 50 Shades of Grey. I've never read it. Any of that.
Oh man, you should watch.
I've seen little clips and stuff from it, but in my head I was even the last book of Twilight to what 50 Shades of Grey, I'm just trying to find the middle ground where they kind of meet up,
I don't know. I feel because with some fan fictions that I've read, they don't always go in relation to what the movie or the movie, anime, cartoon, whatever it is that they're based off.
Well, yeah,
I've read some anime fan fictions that are so different from the actual anime. It's it's just using the characters from the anime and putting them into a different situation, but there's no relation from the anime to the actual story. The only thing may be the attitude, but that's about it.
Yeah.
But
yeah, the fan fiction is so diverse with what they come up with. Because, so you have fan fiction, I think, is a spawn of just people really liking the characters and wanting to see them in different situations. Or whether that's like literally changing scenes from the original source material, like, oh, I don't like how this ended, so I'm gonna like make a fan fiction of it, or not even necessarily that they didn't like it, but they wanted to explore an alternative scenario, or they just want to take them out of their normal environment and see what they're like in a completely different environment, whether that's like taking them from a fantastical world into like a some world more like ours, or like, or reverse that, or like, you know, they want
or if
to
it's
see
even
them
a different world. Yeah, alternate universe.
Like they want to see a crossover. There's crossovers are very popular. Or what was the one I was about to say? I forget, but you know what I mean. You get the idea. Like people they do it because they just want to see these characters in totally different scenarios and make them do crazy things. And it's not all about making them kiss. Sometimes it is, but it's not always about making them kiss.
I don't know about that.
Mommy's like, I like the ones where they kiss.
I like them a lot. But that's true. They can be like family friendly. They can be like just something that's like really wholesome, about fluffy friendship, fluffy, things like that. But there's very much a range of different types of fan fictions that you have. So you have the ones that are super wholesome, K+, they're so kid friendly, like, you know, it's like great literature, could probably
like,
be a children's
max
book.
They do is like hug.
Yeah. Max they do is like maybe hug, hold hands, whatever. And then you have the very like spicier side of fan fiction, and then you have the different like ranges of how spicy it can be or how spicy it can get. You know what I mean? So there's like different levels of fan fiction. So different levels in the sense that, oh, this is rated T because they're cussing. This is rated M just because they're cussing really hard and using a lot of inappropriate language. All that stuff, you know? Or it can be M rated for a different reason, or T rated for a different reason. For very different reasons. But yeah, so there's a range. So the more you deep dive into fan fiction, the more like you'll find something for yourself. That's all I'll say. If you start reading fan fiction, or even going like on Wattpad, Archive of Our Own, fanfiction.net, you're gonna find a story that's really interesting, is what I'll say. That maybe will capture your attention. Not sponsored.
Not sponsored. Though,
but we could be. If we wanna sponsor us.
We could be.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
We totally could be sponsored. That's all I'm saying.
Definitely would want to sponsor me, please. No.
We like soup here. I mean, I don't know. Campbell's.
Campbell's?
Next podcast. Thank you to our sponsor. No, I'm kidding.
That'd be amazing.
I swear to God, I saw another podcast get sponsored by Campbell's, and now I'm like, we gotta
maybe
go
we gotta shoot. Maybe we gotta shoot
that'd be pretty sick. That would be pretty sick. Alrighty, so
anyway, back to the real important shit on this planet, fan fiction.
Real important shit. But
now I feel like I want to say that there may be some terminology that you might not fully understand as we're talking about this, because there's some weird fan fiction terms out there. Also,
I feel like we could probably, you could probably give a little definition if something pops up that we're like, that's not the normal vocab,
like empreg.
Or empreg. God. Oh God.
I was like, do any of the stories today involve that?
No. That's why. Okay.
You don't know. You don't want to know.
I know there are some people who are into that, but personally, no, I can't read a story if that's in there. I'm sorry.
I can't.
And it's nothing against people. I don't know. It's like the way that they write it is a little bit weird.
Got it.
No
it's
offense.
An interesting thing to deep dive into for sure. Yeah.
And you can find whatever fan fiction you want, but if you're an Omega Alpha reader, things like that, I'm not gonna have we're not gonna have, or at least I won't have, my fan fiction stories will not have that. I don't know about Abbi.
I do not either. I do not. I have dipped my toe into that world, and I took my foot out very quickly, just because it's not.
She did like her pinky toe.
It's a
She was
little.
like,
It's a scary world to dive into. I will say it's a little like a little,
No judgment.
no judgment, but it's a
you like what you like.
yeah.
you
You
know?
like what you like. If you want to read that, you're like. I mean, that's good for you. I mean,
But
you
we're
guys.
gonna judge you a little
You
bit.
guys stay awesome. But personally, it's not something I will like, or like me or Abby will probably like deep dive into. At least not today. But
no, not today.
Maybe in a
and-
future podcast, we'll talk about other stuff.
definitely.
Yeah, and another thing to know is when we're reading these fan fictions, if you don't understand the fandom, maybe we'll give like a little bit of context of like.
I feel like maybe like set the scene, like where it's from, type of thing. Just to
Yeah.
kind of like give some
I'm
context.
choking right now. Give me a second.
She's choking on them noodles.
Choking on them little noodlers.
Noodlers. Noodlers.
Choking on the nudes.
The nudes. She's choking on all the hot, steamy scenes.
All
from
those
these
hot,
fanfics.
spicy nudes.
Yeah, like the spicy, like super, super spicy.
Okay.
Like burn your
Just chugged
tongue.
a shit ton of water. I'm gonna need to pee in like 30 minutes. You watch. Oh my god.
30 minutes later.
Oh,
Mark
no,
it.
it's
Mark it if Abby needs to pee in 30 minutes.
Yeah, mark it.
It's literally
Mark
right
it.
at the hour mark of the stream. Because we also, for those of you who are just listening on Spotify or YouTube, we record these live on stream.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You can find, and we change it up. We all take turns, having it on our stream channels.
This month it is I who is doing it.
I was like,
Yes.
we do have a separate account for it. That someday we may switch over to just fully just being on there. Each person might host it, but like
We gotta start linking that. We gotta start
see.
linking that.
yeah.
We'll have it in when we do the plugs all at the end and everything.
Yeah.
We'll get it in there.
But
yeah.
So
we
if
record these, oh my
we
god,
record, Abby's like dying. So we record these live on stream.
Yes.
We record them live on stream. We have Spotify. We have YouTube. Also, if you guys are interested in the YouTube channel, so if you guys ever want to, maybe you don't have time to catch a live stream of the podcast, you can always go watch the recorded versions. And we usually do talk to Chad after stream, like when we're streaming. So if you are in chat, we will answer your questions or any follow-ups. But you guys feel free to chat amongst yourselves. You're more than welcome to.
At the end, though.
We may read your chat, so be respectful. Be respectful.
Please be respectful in chat.
But I mean, you could become part of the exclusive little club, being like, you get to see the pre-recording parts, and you get to see us,
when we're struggling and all that stuff.
When we're like, what is happening right now?
You got me. Oh my god, I can't right now. What the fuck?
So, who's telling the first story today?
I can tell the first story.
Lami has 3, right?
I do have 3.
I think you. Yeah.
So I have 3.
It's an even split because of the story at the end. We got an even split of stories.
2 of them I wrote. The first one I didn't write.
Okay.
The first one is coming from a special place, and the second one is one that I have written but never published because I'm not finished writing it. The third one is published, has 4.2K reads, 7 stars. And it is a little bit inappropriate for some people, so we're gonna put a warning right now. Once we get to that part, I'll put in a warning and just letting everyone know, like, this is gonna have some spicy stuff in it, but I'm gonna omit like some of the words that are in the story.
Yeah, we're gonna be clever with some of the spicy terminology. We're gonna be super clever. You're gonna be like, I don't understand when they when they say spicy. What is spicy?
What is spicy?
We're smart.
Yes.
Okay, so the first one comes from a book that I specifically made because I had seen a YouTube video of this girlie who had printed out a fan fiction and put it in a book. So that's what I did. I This is a 25 chapter
that
book.
thing is thick.
25.
It is thick, guys.
It is very thick. Look at that. All the pages. 25 chapters. And I dedicate this story, or I will say thank you so much to the author of the story, written by My Written Minds on AO3. So thank you so much. You are amazing.
Yeah.
Pretty great. I love the story. I read it over and over again. So much so that the book has already worn out on the back and the glue came apart, but that's fine. The story is called
She put the dedication in.
I did. I will say the title of the story, and I'm only gonna read like one page because I mean it's well maybe
That would
like
be a whole podcast worth right there. If
maybe
you read
like
the
2
whole thing.
pages, but yeah, if I read the whole thing, maybe I will. Maybe I'll read the whole thing one day and just record it and put it online somewhere. Story is called, in case you want to look it up, Nothing You Can Say Will Make Me Stay, by My Written Minds. And it is a story about a lesser known couple of Detroit Become Human. It is about Detective Gavin Reed and RK900. And if you've played through...
Who? Sorry, you cut out. I got
RK900.
okay.
Oh,
So if you've played through a certain part of the game where Connor stays fully a machine, he doesn't rebel, all that stuff. If you played that part fully, at the end you will see another android called RK900, and he is like a taller version, a little bit bulkier than Connor, has like black hair, blue eyes, all that stuff. You can play that part of the game, probably look him up. So anyway. Anyway, I will read 2 pages of this special black book.
2 pages. We get 2 pages. Let's
2
go.
full pages. So, if you guys have any questions, there will be a test on this. So, no.
Oh, we're gonna be tested? Wait, what? Do I need to take notes?
No. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. Let me see.
I feel like a pop quiz is coming on.
Fuck. Okay. I will read the chapter of resolution.
Oh.
Chapter 3. Actually, I lied. There are not 25. There are 40. So
40
chapters. 40 chapters. Okay. Getting started on reading this. It wasn't a good kiss. It was angry and hard. Their teeth clacked together, and Gavin swore that he almost cut his lip on Nines' front tooth. Giving you a little context, Nines is RK900. Gavin's nickname for RK900 is Nines.
Got it.
Because they're so angry. This is a love-hate kind of thing, right?
It is.
Or what is
very much an enemies to lovers story, which is my favorite. It took him
It's so good.
It took him a moment
Okay.
Okay.
Give her a moment to compose herself for a second.
All right.
This is the best.
I love this so much.
It took him a moment to realize, oh shit, he kissed him. He kissed Nines. Gavin felt the world collapse around him. No, oh no, this was all fucked up. He messed up. Why had he done this? What if he'd ruined everything? It took him another moment to realize that he was still kissing Nines.
Oh my god, they're still kissing.
In reality, the kiss only lasted for a half a second. He'd basically smashed his face into Nines. Recoiling, Gavin inhaled sharply. Oh shit, I'm sorry. He didn't get to finish his sentence. Because if Gavin Reed, had been paying attention to Nines when he pulled away instead of his own fucked up feelings, he might have noticed the lazy, half-lidded eyes of his partner. He might have noticed the look of pure want, the look of pure relief on Nines' face.
Spicy right off the bat, dang.
But he didn't. So it was quite the surprise to Gavin Reed when Nines stepped forward and kissed him back. As a harsh and ugly as first kiss had been, the second was perfect. Nines' hands came up to cup Gavin's neck as he pressed his lips against Gavin's. Everything about it was soft and deep, putting every moment of lost time into a single second. and then another, and then another.
Oh.
That is the end of those 2 pages.
Oh my
Now,
gosh.
wait, hang on. You're telling me this is you're not gonna continue this. What's
I can read
She's
a third
leaving us
page
on
if you
such a cliffhanger.
I can read a
Oh
third
my
page, but I won't because I want to leave you guys wanting more. So
Oh, you're gonna have to look up the story, guys.
yeah, you're gonna have to look up
Oh
the
my
story if you want
God.
more. If you want more, you'll look it up. Thank
What
you
was
so
the
much.
title of that?
It
What
is
was the title of that again?
Nothing You Can Say Will Make Me Stay from My Written Minds.
And that's a Detroit Become Human.
That is a Detroit Become
It
Human
is.
fan fiction.
It is.
Oh, God,
If you-
there's something in my throat again. Oh my God.
Yeah. If you guys would like to read the rest of the story, go on AO3. Nothing You Can Say Will Make Me Stay. We can link it in the video and the podcast and stuff.
Yeah, we'll link it.
Mhm.
We'll add some links. We'll probably put it on our socials.
But thank you so
Yeah.
much to My Written Mind for writing such a beautiful story.
We'll put it in the YouTube description for sure.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Beautiful. Oh my God. Incredible. So
Incredible.
like a classic enemies to lovers fanfic, honestly, just is like, chef's kiss, you can't go
It's-
wrong
yes.
with it.
Pretty great.
And like angsty robot and angsty detective.
Mhm. Oh,
like,
dude,
oh,
very,
what?
very angsty. The non-feeling robot who's trying to convince himself that he's still a robot, and then the angsty.
But the fact that he's
angry
kissing,
detective.
though,
Yes,
the fact he's kissing kind of gives that like deviant.
dude. If you look up any pictures of Gavin Reed and RK900, they are drawn like so beautifully drawn. Very
Chef's
great.
kiss.
I might have to
Okay,
look
hang
that up,
on. We might
honestly.
have to look that up right now. We will include it. I will find pictures and include it in the YouTube video when we edit it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Together.
It's pretty great.
Mhm.
What is it? Gavin?
Gavin and
Gavin
RK900.
Is it Gavin Reed?
Gavin Reed, yeah.
And what is it? RK?
RK900.
I don't know.
Neil's looking it up.
Yeah, that's-
I am. Oh my
Can you share my
god!
screen in Discord so I can see this?
I can
real
share
Yes.
it right on here, guys.
Yeah,
Right
share it on here.
Right.
Oh my god, I forgot
So
about that.
it's just the Google page, just all the
Mhm.
pictures, right?
If you look at them, some of them are spicy, but most of them are like beautiful. They're like just
Mhm.
two men who love each other so much, and that is my favorite thing in the world.
Yes. Here you go. Here are all the drawings.
Oh my god.
I forgot to
We
tell
also
you.
have this.
That second picture, that
This one?
is an actual video that someone had made of RK900. They had made a full movie on YouTube called Detroit Evolution. It is
Oh my!
of RK900 and Gavin, and I recommend it. Oh my god, so beautifully captured. It is
I mean, like,
amazing.
I honestly kind of forgot who Gavin was in the game, to be honest. But now I'm like, oh dang! Like this is really like.
Yeah, this is like a whole. There's a whole
Mhm.
thing, dude. We should watch Detroit Evolution. It is such a great movie. It is fan made. It is beautiful. Chef's kiss. Chef's
But yeah,
kiss.
these are very spicy. I'm a little afraid to keep scrolling just,
Yeah,
just in case.
I wouldn't keep
Just
scrolling.
in case, because I feel like
Oh
we're
my
gonna get into some territory that is
But
not.
you see what
not
I mean?
allowed.
There's a
Yeah.
responsible like robot who's trying to keep this man alive and trying to like help him find his way. And then there's the angsty, angry detective Gavin Reed.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
beautiful.
It's
Mhm.
very
Honestly.
beautiful.
I like
one
it. I
one
like
of
it.
my favorite ships of all time. Favorite.
favorite ships.
Just two men who love each other. Okay, two men who love each other very much.
Speaking of two men.
Oh, probably got a story cooking.
Oh, the body. I'm just realizing now that the reason why I liked the fan fictions that I'm sharing today is because one of them is man on man and the other one is woman on woman.
Oh, hell yeah.
Relations and family. But yeah, okay.
They're too vanilla for Abby.
Too vanilla. Well, this one I haven't read. Okay, I'll be honest. I didn't vet this very much. I just kind of skimmed it, and I was like, yeah, this is the fan fiction that I read back in the day when I was reading fan fiction all the time. I'm getting back into it here and there a little bit, but this. So I know this is one of the fan fictions that I read when I was a bit younger. I don't remember the content of it. I do know that it's a bit spicy, so I will be careful with how I read this. But
is this like how many pages is this fanfic? Like,
I'm not reading the whole thing. I'll tell you.
I
that
know,
much.
but like, how long is it if someone was to look it up right now? Roughly.
It is 33 parts.
Okay.
This is on Wattpad.
Okay.
It was originally started August 2015, and I think it finished in. Well, they have alternate endings.
Oh.
So I guess it was finished in 2017, but then they made a post in 2021.
I'm like, is there like a part in the book where it's like flip to page whatever for this ending? Like, or like, you know, like if you got here, this is right, you know, like, is it one of those choose your own adventure sort of situations?
No, it's a basic little fan fiction kind of thing.
But they just rewrote some endings.
Yeah, they just have some ending alternates. They have 2 alternate endings.
Oh, okay.
Or no, alternate ending and then alternate ending part 2. That's what it says.
Okay.
So this is the part that's going to be hard for me. This is and it's a bit controversial nowadays too, okay? But this is a Markiplier X Jacksepticeye fanfic.
Oh! Lami's clapping. She's literally clapping. She's like, yes. She's raising her arms. She's thanking God.
Oh my God! Listen.
Hell yeah.
Listen.
She's so proud. She's so proud of Abbi right now.
I'm so proud of you, Abbi.
Listen. I thought I'd come in swinging with this one. Okay, so I understand nowadays it's a lot more controversial to be like reading fan fiction based off of real people.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I keep having to clear my throat. Oh my God. Markiplier, the way I look at it, at least with this scenario, is that Markiplier and Jacksepticeye are characters in themselves, you know? You don't ship them in shipping real life people actually together. I see that's kind of fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, don't put your own fantasies onto real life people. No. But Markiplier and Jacksepticeye, the characters, smooching, kissing, maybe doing something else together. I don't know. Maybe just a little bit.
And I honestly, I think shipping characters together is great, but don't connect them with real people. Like, it's fine to ship characters and make it seem like, you know, they're their own characters. They have nothing to do with the real person. But when you start bringing them to real life, that's where the issue lies. So, you know, just, you know, characters. Love it.
And with this fan fiction, we are kind of riding the line just because, you know, these are characters based off of real people and blah, blah, blah. So I'm just saying, I just wanted to get that little addendum asterisk out of the way. And I was also a teenager when I was reading this more. Nowadays, I don't really read that specific fan fiction. I read other stuff. I'm not telling you about it, you little stinkers. Yeah, this is a Markiplier and Jacksepticeye fan fiction on Wattpad. It is on Wattpad.
Okay.
Oh boy. And also, I'm like, okay, do I? Because I could read the first chapter.
She's like,
okay, never mind. I found it.
She's...
Okay, yeah, no. Okay, we're just gonna do the first chapter. That sound good? I think it should be okay.
Yeah.
This is also it's spicy. It's called. Is it called Markiplier X Jacksepticeye? Like what? Maybe. I thought it was like something else. Like putty. Oh, the title got cut off.
Oh.
Markiplier X Jacksepticeye like putty. That's and then the author is IX curses _.
Okay.
It's yeah, okay.
Now I'm getting like a weird picture in my head. Okay, but go.
Okay. Mark's POV. Oh, back in the day too, when everybody would be like, it's their POV. Just so you know, it's their POV. So good.
The POVs, yes.
Mark's POV. And as always, I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye! Mark waves to the camera. See the irritable smile on his face. He had just finished recording his last video for the night. Another fan-made RPG game. Mark loved it when his fans and supporters made things for him. Oh. It made him feel surrounded, even though I have not read this in so long. I don't even remember any of this.
Oh my god!
But this is like one of the fan fictions that stood out in my brain because it was like one of my first fanfics that I read.
Yeah.
Anyway. Made him feel surrounded even though he lives alone in his apartment. It has been little over a week since he got back from Indie PopCon. He celebrated his 26th birthday with his good buddies Bob, Wade, and Jack.
Okay.
Spending time with all his friends made him so happy. Now he was alone again. He switched off his camera and started to edit the video he just made, but Mark couldn't stop thinking about the incident at the airport. He sighed as he remembered the last moments of it going their separate ways. Okay, and then they have a little swirl thing to like show it's a break.
Swirl.
Why the long face, Mark? Bob asked, removing his bag from the security table. Mark was waiting for his friends at the end of the line, staring down at his shoes, his bag hanging over his shoulder. It's nothing. Just kind of bummed to see you all go. I had so much fun this weekend, he said, looking up with a faint smile. Don't worry, we can do a video together when we get back, Wade chimed in. Yeah, I guess you're right. Mark fiddled with the strap on his bag, then turned his attention down the hall. This is where we part ways, huh? My gate is that way, Bob pointed to the opposite direction. Mine too, Wade said. I'll let you know when I land. See you guys around. Bob and Wade took off down the hall, waving to him before turning around and heading towards gate A to D. Mark felt heavy in his chest. He'll see them again soon. God damn, they always gotta check my bag. It's because I'm Irish, isn't it? Oh, okay. Do I do the voice for Jack? They always gotta check my bag. It's because I'm Irish, isn't it?
I don't know, that was kind
of... No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not doing it. Oh, right. Jack is still here. Mark swallowed hard.
Oh, he swallowed hard.
Hey, bud, you don't have to wait for me, you know. Jack said, joining him at his side. Mark looked at the younger man and smiled, blushing slightly. Wanted to say goodbye, he said softly, gazing back down at his feet. Well, in that case, Jack grabbed Mark by the arm and pulled him into a tight hug, dragging him off his feet and squeezing him into his chest. Mark was astonished by the sudden gesture, the sudden embrace, and the sudden strength from his friend, and he soon felt himself melt into the Irishman and hug him tightly back. Oh. That's for dragging me in the Goofy Goober song, Jack said, letting go. I don't know that reference, honestly. I'm sure it's a reference to, like, a meetup that they did or something.
Yeah.
Or, like, some sort of collab or something.
Right, Mark coughed. Well, I've got to go all the way back to Ireland, which sucks ass. That's a long-ass flight. Mark watched as he grabbed his bag, waved goodbye, and left him for his gate. Mark sighed once more and cursed himself for wanting to come back so badly. Oh, poor guy.
Oh,
okay, here we go. This is where it gets juicy. Okay, so another swirly thing to show that, change of scene. We're out of the flashback now, guys.
Yeah.
Mark's heavy eyelids started to droop as he closed the door to his recording room and began drifting upstairs toward his bedroom. He was wearing his lucky flannel, a pair of boxers, and calf-high socks on his feet.
Oh, shit.
And flopped down on the bed, exhausted and weary of the thoughts in his head. His legs hung lazily over the side and his arms spread wide, staring at the ceiling. He decided to check his social media before heading to sleep. He pulled out his phone and opened up Twitter. He scrolled down to a recent post by Jack. Got all this cake here and no one to eat to share. Dis. It says dis with a D, by the way. All this cake here and no one to share it with. A crying emoji. Nah, I'd never let ye have some. Cake's all mine. Ha ha. He must be enjoying being home, Mark thought. Below was a picture of Jack with a mouthful of cake, icing covering his lips. Mark looked at the picture and thought, he is so cute. Jack was. His spazzy, over-the-top loudness just made him adorable. Mark swallowed hard, glancing at the picture again. This time he thought of how much he'd like to lick that icing off those lips.
Oh shit!
This I just want to point out, Wattpad has a commenting system, and like you'll see for each paragraph there's like 20, 80, 60 comments. This one, 206. Everybody was going fucking nuts.
206? That's crazy.
Anyway, we're not done here, guys. We're still got the heat.
Mm-hmm.
Mark began to get flustered. His cheeks burning. Jax had always made Mark feel anxious whenever he was around, ever since they met, ... flying down to LA to meet him for the first time. He was so excited, but now Mark was the one getting excited about him. He scrolled through Jack's profile, scanning his pictures with a smirk on his face. He smiled at some, giggled at others, and a certain few made him clench his bottom lip with his teeth. Oh my god.
Oh.
He closed his eyes again, trying to remember that hug again.
Oh
Mark
my god.
I can feel the tension somewhere.
Oh.
His eyes flew open. Oh, great. If just looking at pictures arouses me.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
But what would having him here do to me?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness. Hello?
Mark pushed the thought away. Jack could never like him like that. They were only friends.
Oh.
And plus, he has a girlfriend. Mark didn't even know if Jack liked guys. But it didn't change the way Mark felt about him. He liked him a lot, but he's losing track of trying to keep it hidden lately.
Keep it hidden.
Oh, keep it hidden.
Keep it hidden.
Better take care of this. Probably the closest thing I'll get.
Oh shit! Oh!
I'm just seeing if I can. How much of this can I read?
Mark just gotta take a minute.
It's gotta take a minute.
Mark shifted in his bed, moving up to his pillows and shimmying under the covers.
Shimmying under the covers.
He removed something, and then he removed his glasses, tossing his phone, aiming for the nightstand, but missed by a long shot and snickered as it fell to the floor. Mark ignored it, too preoccupied with his current actions.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
He was under the covers.
He was rubbing something.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's so much he can't say.
Visual aid.
He closed his eyes. He closed his eyes. He tried to picture Jack.
Lami giving a visual. Wait, it's probably more like this though, Lami.
Oh yeah. Definitely. Oh yeah. Like this. Look.
Okay, hang on.
Yeah.
So,
Look
softly
at my shiny
groaning,
lightsaber,
Mark
guys.
rasped out Jack's name, and then it changes to Jack's POV. Do I keep going? The spicy's done. There's like a couple paragraphs left.
Yeah, continue.
Yeah, you can continue.
Okay. The Irishman was Jack's POV. The Irishman was startled out of sleep by the sound of his phone buzzing. He let out a groan and then sleepily picked up the phone and squinted at the bright screen. Mark? Usually his buddy only called him if something important was going on. Other than that, they exchanged texts or Skype calls. Jack rubbed his eyes. This better damn well be important. Jack answered and placed the phone to his ear. Mark, what you need, laddie? It's 4 in the damn morning.
What you need, laddie?
What do you need, laddie?
What you need, laddie? It's 4 in the damn morning.
Fucking that guy from How to Train Your Dragon. What do you need, laddie?
If you had the chance, I know there's songs in that movie. If you had the chance to change your fate, would you? Jack's eyes grew wide and his lip parted in a gasp. A wave of intenseness spread across the young man's face. Mark? All I could hear on the other line was his friend groaning. Oh, I can't read that. Okay.
Oh my!
Holy shit!
No!
Certain noises filled the background. Jack's face burned bright red and he swallowed hard. What the hell is going on? And why is he still listening? But all he could focus on was
He's
Mark's
still there?
Oh my god!
He's still on the phone! Focus on Mark's low grunts and the occasional spurt of his name. Wait, is Mark checking up to me? Mm-hmm.
I'm speechless.
I'm
He felt guilty that he hasn't hung up yet, but part of him was dying to listen. Jack's own heartbeat sped up. Can't read that. Strangely, this was turning him on.
I can't read that. I can't read that.
His body began to tremble, apparently. I don't know why, but... and a cold sweat covered his neck and chest. Jack closed his eyes. I don't know how graphic I can be, because it's not the action itself, it's just the... Like, Jack, faster! Mark's voice echoed in his ear.
Oh.
I'm like contemplating right now. I am contemplating.
I'm trying to figure out if this is too bad. Like, maybe we'll get... Jack bit his bottom lip, sliding his... Oh, nope. He's doing it too, guys. He joined in.
Oh, nice.
They have joined in the...
They're yeah, they're 2 players now. 2-player party.
Yeah. It's a 2-player game now.
It's a 2-player game. Are they going to win? Yeah, they're racing. They're going.
They're winning. Also,
All right, do they reach the finish line?
They are reaching the finish line. And then Mark changes it up, and instead of saying Jack, he says Sean.
Oh.
And then Jack's like, okay, here we go. It's done. What the fuck just happened? Not fuck. Fuck.
Fuck. F-O-K?
What the fuck just happened? Jack quickly hung up the phone when he heard Mark shifting in his bed. He prayed he didn't see that he was listening. He had a girlfriend, and as sure as hell he wasn't gay. Or so he thought. Jack had never thought of Mark in a sexual way before. What changed that night? What changed that tonight? Jack decided to push that feeling away, getting out of bed, no longer able to sleep and start his day. But he knew all too well that was going to be impossible. And then Mark wakes up and then it switches back to Mark, and it's like, oh, alarm. Oh, god damn it. He's off his bed. He didn't want to get out of bed, obviously. Text from Jack. Good morning, Mark. Ooh.
Hey, yo.
Morning. Oh, and I just thought I'd let you know that I'm at the airport. That's from Jack. What?
Oh!
And then Mark's like,
twist.
What?
He's coming.
And then the Los Angeles airport, Mark typed with the most upbeat nervousness and then suddenly overcome with worry as he pressed send. That'd be the one, Jack said. What brings you to LA? You just got back from Indie PopCon. Is there an event going on, or you just can't get enough of America? I sound like a blubbering idiot, Mark thought to himself. Although that'd be tempting. I came back for something else.
Oh!
What? Mark typed slowly, holding
What?
the phone with trembling hands.
What?
What? What do you want?
You, Mark.
Man, just straight to the point right there. No,
Straight there.
no
No
dipping
dancing
around.
around it. Straight to the point.
Straight to the point.
And the comments go from like 15, 20 comments per paragraph to 137 with that one statement.
Oh my gosh.
You!
Oh my
You.
You!
Mark stared. You, pip, soldier boy. Mark stared down at the message for what seemed like an eternity, wondering to himself if this is actually happening. The only thing that made Mark snap back to reality.
Hope there goes gravity.
It's another text from Jack. I'll explain when I get there. I hope you don't mind some company. I'll be there in an hour. Eyes wide and heart pounding, Mark slowly mouthed the
Some
words,
company.
"Shit."
Oh.
Mm.
And sprang up from the floor. So many thoughts running through his head. Sorry. Jack
Sorry.
is here. Oh my god, Jack is here and I'm half naked. He yelled to himself.
Already? What the fuck?
Did he just like...
No, he just woke up.
Oh,
Okay,
okay. He just woke up. Okay.
Yeah. He yelled to himself. Urgently, the young man ran for his closet and pulled out a black pair of jeans, a purple t-shirt, and his beanie from the shelf. Has Mark ever worn a fucking beanie? I can't.
I don't think so.
I think so. Like, maybe in the beginning. Like, earlier.
Maybe.
I don't know, though.
He then scurried to the bathroom to brush and fix his messy, damp hair from his shower last night, taming his floof.
Floof?
Brushing his teeth, he put on the clothes, then stopped to look at himself in the mirror. Why am I trying so hard, he said, sliding the beanie onto his head. Mark stood there for a moment, leaning onto the counter, gazing into the sink. He felt sick and anxious, how he usually felt around Jack. Why is that? Mark adjusted his glasses and then it literally says, why is that?
Why is that?
And then leaned over the sink and held his face in his hands. Why do I have to feel like this? He said to himself, rubbing his temples with his fingertips. But I like him so much, and that terrifies me. What if he rejects me and doesn't want to be friends anymore?
Like that.
Mark was freaking himself out, but then shook his head, pushing it away and splashing his face with water. He decided it would be better to just keep it to himself. He'd rather keep Jack as his friend than lose him entirely. Containing himself and leaving the bathroom, he went downstairs to wait for Jack.
Oh my.
He's waiting for Jack.
He's waiting.
He's waiting.
That is
pretty great.
I honestly never thought, like, I knew that people made fanfics about, like, YouTubers and stuff like that. Like, I knew that happened. But hearing that, I'm just like, oh,
It's insane.
people's brains go to, like, some interesting places. Oh, I bet.
Better.
Like, I feel like
that's better.
I feel like it's probably pretty tame right now. And then when they meet up, it's about to get, like, super X-rated.
Super spicy, yeah.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Super spicy. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've seen people write, like, I myself have personally,
Yes.
I've heard of Markiplier and Jacksepticeye, but I've never read their fanfiction. So one I have read, is Vanoss and H2O. Hilarious.
Oh, yeah. I never read that, but
Dude,
I know what
there's
you're
one
talking
fanfiction. Spectacular. No spice or anything. It's just
like,
amazing, dude. It's just beautiful and wholesome. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, dude, it's
that left me a little speechless. Like, not gonna lie, I'm like, oh,
just listening to that.
My
like,
gosh,
seeing what's in
like,
people's brains.
Okay,
is
but
crazy.
the fact that they're not like fictional characters, like from a video game or like, you know, a book or whatever, and it's like real people. I'm like, I couldn't imagine reading a fanfic that someone wrote about me and one of my friends.
Oh man, dude, that's
like it. I think it'd be hilarious, like if Lami wrote it about us, like, you know, just as like for the meme.
For Abbi and Neon.
But like for some random person on the internet to just like, oh
Oh God.
I'd read it.
I'd probably read it
Abby
too.
X Neon.
Oh man, dude.
But yeah, like that's crazy. That's wild.
Well, it got really bad for, and I'm sure this is gonna ring some bells. Dan and Phil, anybody out there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It got so bad for them because, like, obviously, I mean, they are gay. They have since come out as gay.
Yes.
Not necessarily together, but like, they came out as gay.
Yeah, they're gay.
But before then, they wanted to be in the closet, and they didn't want, if they were in a relationship, they didn't want it public at all. Like, if they were, I don't know if they were because they never really confirmed or denied. But
yeah,
like, it got really intense, their gay shipping on them.
Mm-hmm.
It was definitely creepy, and they were a lot less characterified than Mark and Jack were. I would say, like, Mark and Jack were more characters than Dan and Phil, because Dan and Phil were vloggers.
Yeah,
or like, whereas Jack and Mark, they made other characters and they played video games, kind of thing, so yeah.
It's wild.
It is. It definitely can get to that point, but like it's it's to the point where, like, just like, if you're gonna ship people together, make sure you're actually like shipping the characters rather than the person. Make sure you separate it also, because if you're starting to put that on other YouTubers, it gets really toxic. You know what I mean? Like, putting that, or maybe like telling them, hey, you should go look at this, because I've seen where people are like, oh my God, I ship so and so together.
I've definitely seen the comments under videos where they're like, hey, and it's like a link. They're like, you should read this, and I'm like, I don't even want to click that link, because one, sus, it's the internet, right? Two, if it's some weird fanfic, I'm okay.
Yeah, it can just be careful, guys. Just be careful. But I myself was more into the Vanoss and H2O Delirious. The thing is, though, it's like how, you separate the characters from the people. So I never like shipped them as people together, but them as their characters from GTA. That's how I would ship together.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I the characters behind Mark and Jack were more what I was into, but like the real people, they were so
like,
hyper.
Don't get me wrong. They're hot, but I like, they're not hot for each other. They're hot, but they're not hot for each other.
No, they're hot, but yeah.
And it was more the spicy content that I enjoyed reading than the actual idea of them together. That was what it was for me personally. I liked the spiciness, and I liked the stories that came out of a lot of fan fiction. It wasn't necessarily about seeing, Mark and Jack are meant to be together. Don't be weird. Come on.
Yeah, don't be weird about that. No, it's just regardless if it was them or like characters from characters from a different perspective, like from an anime or something. Yeah. It just depends on how the story's written. Yeah. Like, if the story's written really well, and like it's two different characters, I mean, I'd still read it and I'd still like it. So but this is my fan fiction days.
Yes, I was like, Lami, I know you have another fanfic.
I do, but this one's more so. Like I said, there are ranges on this one's M-rated, but it's not super spicy. It's like really, it goes more on the deeper level side of the fan fiction, where people write different stories about different scenarios, which is pretty great. And this was more of the interesting story that I liked. So it doesn't get like super spicy, but it's interesting.
Okay.
But it's M-rated. It is M-rated, but it doesn't have any like spicy content or anything.
Okay.
This one is an Oron Host Club fan fiction that I found when I was 13 years old.
Let's go!
Oron Host Club! Okay, and
I have no idea who this is.
Before I get attacked, guys, I realize that in the actual anime and manga, Tamaki and Haruhi get together. I understand that. But this is a story about Haruhi and Karu, okay? A story about them.
That.
It is a story about them, and I very much enjoyed it. I thought I wasn't going to, because I was a big Haruhi and Tamaki shipper, but this one, beautiful. So well written.
So Neon. So to give you to set the scene for you, Oran High School Host Club is
an anime.
It's a lovely little anime.
Okay.
We're gonna get you to watch it.
The premise is that Haruhi, I don't want to. I mean, it's the first episode.
I will say Haruhi is a person that doesn't come from like a very rich background or anything, and she goes to a school on scholarship with a bunch of rich people.
Okay.
And she ends up finding this club and is indebted to them for some reason because now she has to work for them.
Okay,
Yeah,
I feel like maybe you guys showed me like a clip of
kiss
some of this, maybe.
Yeah, she gets stuck like working for like it's an all guys club that she gets stuck working like with them or for them. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So this is how she knows all of these people, and they're like a friend group. You know what I mean? But some of them like are interested
super
in her.
cool.
Yeah.
She's super chill. Like she's not like
over the top. Like she's just she's like you, Neon. She's normal.
Are fucking insane.
She's normal.
She's normal.
She's the natural.
Yeah. Like no, literally, all the guys are fucking insane in their own ways.
Mm-hmm.
Even the chill ones are insane in their own ways, and then she's just fucking normal.
Yeah.
And they love that shit. They find her normalness like crack.
Like they're like,
so,
oh my god, like she's like such a
following around like a dog,
she's such an interesting commoner and this and that. Like the outside, everything outside of their.
I don't know if you're selling this for me to watch later. I don't know.
No. Like it's really good.
It's hilarious.
It's really funny,
cute and it's hilarious.
Okay. Yeah, it's such a good anime. But going back to the fan fiction. It's a story about, I'm not going to say like what it's about. I'm just going to read it and you guys can find your own. Like if you want to read it, like you're more than welcome to. But in this story, Haruhi has a daughter.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Okay. So grab your popcorn, grab your munchies. We're going to go on a ride. And I'm only going to read this first part.
Okay.
Haruhi, they suddenly heard Tamaki's voice echo through the room. Oh boy, said Haruhi as she suddenly found herself wrapped in Tamaki's arms. I missed you so much, Tamaki shouted as he started to tour her around. Some things never change, Haruhi thought. Kodako watched, a little scared, not really sure what was going on or why her mom was being hugged by this man. She finally did what any child would do in this situation. Please don't kill my mommy! She finally shouted. She's like 5, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Oh, don't worry. I wasn't going to hurt your precious mommy, said Tamaki. That sounds very threatening. Said Tamaki as he let go of Haruhi and walked over to Kodako. You must be little Kodako, am I right? He asked. Yes. Are you the prince? Asked Kodako. Tamaki's eyes grew wide. Did you just call me a prince? He asked. Kodako nodded. Yes, I guess you could say I am princely among men, said Tamaki proudly, striking one of his usual princely poses. Wow, said Kodako. Haruhi groaned. Seriously, some things never change, she thought. Haru-chan, Honey said. Honey suddenly shouted from behind her as he, too, wrapped his arms around Haruhi. Hi, honey. Wow, you've grown, she said when she realized he was practically her head level. He still has his cute baby face and voice, though. It's so good to see you, Haru-chan. I've missed you, said Honey. Haruhi smiled. I missed all of you, too. Mommy, he doesn't look like a dwarf, said Kurtsuko.
Oh my gosh.
Honey and Haruhi looked at her. Is that your daughter, Haru-chan? Said Honey excitedly. Or asked Honey excitedly, my bad. Yep, said Haruhi. Hi, Koto-chan, said Honey, running up to her, startling the little girl. Hello, said Kodako. You know, you're really cute. Honey giggled. Haruhi, hello, it's nice to see you again, said Kiyoya as he too joined the group. He almost looked... Hey, Kiyoya, long time no see, said Haruhi. Kodako looked over at the new corner. He almost looks evil, she whispered. Yes, he does have a somewhat of an evil streak, but he also has some real nice qualities to him too. Trust me, Tamaki whispered. Really? Whispered Kodako. Then she let out a gasp. It's a giant, she said, pointing.
It's a giant.
Oh, you mean Mori, said Tamaki. Mori was standing next to Haruhi and smiling at her. Look, Takashi, it's Haru-chan's daughter, shouted Honey as he led the girl over to Mori. Mori looked down at the little girl who stared back. Hello, Mr. Giant, sir, said Kodako. Mori smiled and let out a small chuckle. Kodako, these are all your mommy's old friends. Kyoya Otori, Tamaki Suo, Mitsukuni Haninozuka, or Honey, and Takashi Morinozuka, or Mori. You like how I said that really well?
Yes, very well said.
Very well said. Anyway, said Haruhi. And this is, of course, my daughter, Kodako. It's really nice to finally meet you, Kodako, said Tamaki. You can just go ahead and call me Uncle Tamaki, okay? Can I call all of you Uncle? Of course you can, said Kiyoya, smiling at her. You're so cute. You look a lot like your mommy, said Honey. I bet she's as smart as her mommy, too, said Tamaki. You bet she is, said Kaoru as he and Hikaru walked into the room. Sorry, I messed that up. She could tell us apart as easily as her mother, said Hikaru. Uncle Kaoru, Uncle Hikaru, shouted Kodako happily. Wait, does she already know you two? Well, we've already got to meet her, said Kaoru. Yeah, we even went to go get some ice cream together, said Hikaru. What? No fair. We all agreed that we would wait until all of us would get back before we saw Haruhi, shouted Tamaki, throwing one of his classic temper tantrums.
Tamaki.
Oh, Tamaki. I think you need a timeout until you calm down, Uncle Tamaki, Kodako said. Yeah, you might be right, said the twins. Tamaki instantly stopped his tantrum. No, you don't have to do that. I'm calm. I'm perfectly calm, see? Whatever, said the twins. Hey, Kodako, there's something special waiting for you upstairs. Do you want to go see while your mommy and uncles talk boring adult talk? Said Kaoru. Kodako looked up at her mom. Sure, go ahead, said Haruhi. Kaoru motioned to a nearby maid. Will you take Kodako to the room you put all of her presents into? He asked. Yes, of course, sir, said the maid as she offered Kodako her hand and led her upstairs. What's up there anyway? Asked Haruhi. Just a few gifts everyone bought for Kodako. Define a few, said Haruhi. My camera. Fuck, where did I leave off? Oh shit, define a few, said Haruhi. Just then they all heard Kodako give out a huge squeal. Mommy, mommy, she shouted, suddenly appearing next to the railing. Mommy, they have a toy store up here. She she shouted happily before disappearing into the room again. Oh my god. Haruhi glared at her friends who all gulped. Just what did you get her? I can't believe all these toys! They heard Kodako call out again. Guys, I don't want to spoil her. You're not. We are, said Hikaru. Haruhi groaned, knowing that Hikaru stated something true. They were spoiling Kodako, not her. I don't know if I'll have room for all these toys, said Haruhi, or how I'm going to explain them all to Rai, she thought. Well, anyway, why don't we just go into the lounge and get caught up, suggested Kiyoya. Yeah, but first, Haruhi, please let us do something about your makeup, said Kaoru. Even you have to admit it's too heavy. I don't think it looks that bad, said Haruhi, backing away slowly. Yeah, it does, said Hikaru. Before Haruhi knew it, the twins had linked arms with her and dragged her off to the closet washroom. To the closet washroom.
That sounds so sus. Like, I have no idea what's going on right now, and
very sus.
Just hearing all that, I'm like, that is sus.
No, thought Haruhi. Guys, please don't do this. This isn't necessary, said Haruhi as the twins each approached her with a washcloth. Mm-hmm. No, stop, wait, said Haruhi. Oh, calm down, Haruhi, said Kaoru as he started to wipe her face. We're just trying to help you with your make. Kaoru paused when he noticed a big red mark on her face. Up. Kaoru, what's wrong? Asked Hikaru. Then he noticed the bruise and gasped. Kaoru slowly started to wipe Haruhi's face until finally all the makeup was gone and all they could see was how messed up Haruhi's face really looked. The two stood still for a moment, staring at Haruhi. Haruhi, what the hell happened to your face? Hikaru finally shouted so loudly the rest of the club heard him and came running in. What's going on? What's wrong with Haruhi? Show them, Haruhi, said Kaoru as she slowly turned her head around to see so the rest of the group could all see Haruhi's face with all the bruises. Everyone, yes, even including Kiyoya, gasped at the sight. Haru-chan, your face, it's... Honey stammered. Haruhi buried her face in her hands and could feel the tears falling down her face. This is why I don't want you to mess with my makeup, she said as she stood up and
Yeah.
tried to run out of the room. Only to have Tamaki reach out and grab her arm. Haruhi, what's going on? What happened to your face?
Yeah.
Haruhi, this isn't from your husband, is it? Her husband, what are you talking about? Asked Tamaki. Haruhi, is there something you need to tell us? You can tell us anything, Haru-chan. You know that. We're your friends. Your best friends. It's my husband, she finally said softly. My husband beats me. Yeah, and that's the end of that chapter.
Oh
my
gosh. Oh
Yeah,
my goodness.
It's crazy, dude.
Drum.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, poor Haruhi.
Mm-hmm.
Poor
Poor
Haruhi.
Haruhi.
But yeah, so that's like basically that's kind of like where it ranges a little bit when it goes when it comes to like what do you call it? The range of fan fiction, M-rated, because this one is an M-rated fan fiction, but M-rated in the sense that there's a lot of violence from the husband.
That's weird.
But
wow.
That's an interesting combo.
Yeah, very interesting. Pretty interesting. But
and what was the name of that one, and where can we find it?
It is called Broken and Healed by Tracy Forty.
Tracy Forty?
Tracy, Tracey, 4, number 4, and T. Just a letter T.
Okay.
But yeah, if you want to go read that, she has this one and then a continuation of the story called Truth or Dare, which is very good as well.
Oh.
So.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a book 2 version thing, but it's really good. It's really good. But yeah, I think that was one of the stories I first discovered when I first started reading fan fiction, and it really drew me into like how many different levels there actually are of fan fiction.
I'm like just from like the stories that you guys have read today, I'm seeing all the different levels of fanfics. You know, like I'm seeing like obviously like you know, like games or not games, but like games, and then YouTubers, and then anime. Like there's a whole spectrum.
Yeah, you can pretty much, if you can think of if you can think of a fandom or a piece of content, there's probably fan fiction.
Yeah.
Of it. It's actually really interesting.
I'm sure there's probably some of like Mario and Luigi.
Oh my god, yes, dude. For sure.
Or like all the like Nintendo characters.
I'm pretty sure there is. I don't doubt that. I do not doubt that.
Like the fact that they're brothers, like I don't
oh
think
man.
Yeah, there's definitely some more. It's kind of like, you know, it's kind of like porn where it's like if you can bear with me here, I'm not just talking.
If you can think of it, it can happen. If you can think like, it'll exist.
Rule 34, like Rule 34.
Oh my god,
it's like
dude.
Rule 34. Yeah. If it exists, there's fan fiction of it. If it exists, there's porn of it. Like it's just a
That's
thing.
so weird.
Very weird. Very weird.
Now, for my last fan fiction that I have, I could not find the original one that I was looking for. It was a very interesting story, and it had lesbian in it, and I was like super pumped about it because it's like, yeah, baby, we got all the man on man, but I want some lesbian. But
oh my god,
I could not find it, so I just pulled up the first one that kind of sounded like it.
Okay.
No, I haven't. This is a teen and up audience's fanfiction.
Okay.
Fanfiction with some light angst. There's violence in it. Now that being said, don't know why I can't find the rest of the story. It's literally only the one chapter. Like I don't understand. It's either that or I could go for like, yeah, because that's a translation of one. I don't know what it is. But I'm having a really hard time finding the one that I'm looking for. Like, it might have just been taken down. I don't know.
Okay.
This fanfiction.
It was too spicy.
It wasn't even that spicy. It was just kind of like, oh, okay, hello, like a little wink, wink. It was more about the action. This fanfiction.
Okay.
So the fandom that this fanfiction is coming from, I guess, to set the scene, is called Ruby.
Okay.
Spelled RWBY. And in that universe, pretty much everybody has like this innate magical ability, but it's not actually magic. They call it something else, but it's basically functionally magic. And you can go to these schools if you have a bit of you don't necessarily have to have a stronger magical ability, but it helps.
Okay.
But you can go to these schools to become huntsmen and huntresses to fight these creatures of darkness called the Grimm. And so there's like a shit ton of I am not up to date on the story. I think I watched up to like season 5 and then I dropped off because it was just like getting a little bit ridiculous after a certain point. But very interesting concept because like the action scenes were just so well known and it was made by Rooster Teeth.
Okay.
Yeah. This is back when they were like known for more like red versus blue kind of stuff, like a little bit lesser known, but still known enough. But yeah, Ruby, their action scenes for the show were just like, oof, chef's kiss. Like the main character, she wielded a scythe that was also a gun, and like it was sick. It was honestly a sick show originally. I can't speak on it now. I think there's a lot of controversy around it nowadays.
Okay.
But anyway. For what you have to know is that this is mainly in the point of view of Ruby Rose, the main character of the series. Okay. And if I need to add context, I will. But like, this fanfiction is called Retrograde Motion. By Seven Eyes, and it's on Archive of Our Own, AO3. The summary just says a much older Ruby. Okay, also because they're like high school age in the main series. But this is her as an adult. Much older Ruby Rose discovers that victory over Salem is the big bad evil guy, evil character in the main series, wasn't worth the cost. Naturally, she immediately sets out to fix things, leading to Faustian bargains, time travel, and a whole bunch of regret all around. Yeah. Okay. So. Are we ready?
Yes.
Definitely ready.
Ruby Rose had successfully saved the world. Sort of. Oh, chapter 1. Red Wake. Ruby Rose had successfully saved the world. Sort of. Through some form of silver-eyed bullshit. Sort of. Through some form of silver-eyed bullshit powers and/or spooky magic, Salem was really, truly, finally dead. The Grimm had all scattered, dazed, and disorganized. Mistral, Vale, Vacuo, and Atlas were genuinely at peace. Those are all locations, at least for now. Yes, the good guys won, but the bad guys lost, and our intrepid heroine lived happily ever after. Ruby could relax, retire, and spend the rest of her days eating far too many cookies and reminiscing with her friends. Or rather, Ruby could have done that if she had any friends left alive. Victory had a cost, you see.
Shit.
It usually does, but this time around, the price was especially steep. If you include the silver-eyed Reaper herself, 38 huntsmen and huntresses had answered the call to battle. 38 heroes stormed to Salem's dark, twisted castle and fought a brutal battle against the forces of evil. Only Ruby Rose survived. Yang is her sister, by the way. Yang, Blake, Coco, Velvet, John, Ren, Nora, Oscar, Taiyang, Sun, Neptune, Weiss, oh god, Weiss. An endlessly looping litany of names paraded through. Oh, I guess in this, they're partners. Yeah, Weiss is like her work partner, and a lot of people ship them together as well. So like there might be like a gay hint here, but anyway. An endlessly looping litany of names paraded through Ruby's head every second of every day. Sleep was no escape for the miserable young woman, because the faces of the dead perpetually haunted her dreams. Alcohol didn't help. In fact, getting drunk just reminded her of Crow, her uncle, who died right outside Salem's throne room. All of this grief is what inevitably brought Ruby Rose to me. You see, I grant wishes. I didn't realize this was from the perspective of somebody, but anyway.
Oh.
You see, I grant wishes. Needless to say, this requires power. A whole fucking lot of power, honestly. You want to talk about magic? I make Ozma, or Ozpin, or Oscar, or whatever the fuck he calls himself these days, look like a 2-bit conjurer. Wherever he is now, Oz something would probably judge me. Something fierce for my standard business practices. Meh, I'm over it. As it turns out, evil is just a word. Anyway, that brings us to right now, where I'm 2/3 of the way through my standard wish-granting speech. The words are so familiar that my mouth just runs on autopilot. Back in quotation marks. Back in time. The process isn't free though. In return, Ruby, I'll do it. What the actual fuck? She interrupted me. No one has ever done that before. Damn, this girl has some massive brass balls. Does she know how many different ways I could kill her right now? Does she know how many different ways I could kill her right now? Oh, and as a direct result of her rude interjection, I never finished telling her the deal. Yeah. After sputtering for a second, I find my voice again.
Excuse me?
You can't just... I haven't even told you the terms yet. I'm not going to do that for the whole thing. That would be annoying. Are you completely insane? Also, hasn't anyone ever told you that it's rude to interrupt your elders? I mean, I am over 10,000 years old, Ruby ought to respect that. Damn, kids these days have no manners at all.
10,000 years old.
I don't even...
That's old.
Old. I blame the insidious rise of rock music for eroding the modern social tapestry or some shit like that. Basically, they should get off my lawn with their damn skateboard and
Abby's got a boomer POV.
Weapons. Good riddance.
Abby's got that boomer POV.
She does.
He got that boomer POV. Then I look at Ruby. I mean, really take a deep, searching look at her, and I realize that this girl is beyond desperate. In her horribly warped thinking, she's lost literally everyone she ever loved, and the chance to save them is automatically worth the cost. No matter what the cost might be. If I asked her to cut her cute little throat and drown in her own blood, she'd do it faster than you can say sniper size.
What the fuck?
What? I don't know. See, now I'm actually a bit angry. Doesn't this naive girl know that you should always read the fine print before signing soul-altering contracts? Accepting bargains without knowing what they entail frequently leads to a sudden and messy death, and that's if you're lucky. If you're unlucky, well, Ruby decides to play along. Her voice is still chillingly, terminally, hopelessly devoid of any emotion. Okay, fine. What's the price? I tell her, it takes me less than 60 seconds to explain the cost. Ruby listens politely, as if I'm reading her tomorrow's weather forecast. Then, in the same flat, lifeless tone, she gives me her answer. Sure, no problem, I agree. This girl needs some therapy. Scratch that. This girl needs all the therapy. I start casting the time-hopping spell immediately. Time is only linear if you're a squishy little mortal. For more enlightened beings, such as my handsome, charming, and humble self, it's different. If the past, present, and future are a series of slides, normal people are forced to view them in order they're presented. No exceptions. I have no such limitations. Still, for the sake of our... this is notes. Never mind. Okay. This is somebody breaking the fourth wall. Ruby gets catapulted back into the past. In accordance with our deal, her consciousness lands in the body of her younger self at precisely the moment she selected. In Ruby's particular case, this happens to be roughly a week before the start of the Vital Festival and accompanying tournament. I fully expect her to start plotting an epic killing spree, and I am not disappointed. I know how this will end, of course, but let's pretend that I don't and sit back and enjoy the fireworks.
Hey, yo! Damn!
Mm-hmm.
That was good.
Yes.
It's pretty sick. It's pretty
sick.
That
is a pretty
honestly,
sick one.
The world of Ruby is like it's very neat. It's very cool.
I remember watching it.
And then the fact that the way people make the fan fiction for it, because they're like, they just add little things here and there. It's just like, it's just good shit. I like Ruby fan fiction. It's
good stuff.
It's pretty good.
It's good shit.
Good stuff.
Good stuff. Very good
Love-
read, Abby.
I was like, Lummy, do we want to take a little segment
Oh,
and
yes.
go
Yes,
take a trip to Texas real quick?
Yeah. Let's do it.
During this time, I do have to use the restroom.
Well, we'll do.
But I will do the intro. I will do her intro.
All right, you ready?
Texas.
Hold up.
Take it away, Lami.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
All right.
oh,
Hold
her
up. Hold
camera
up.
went
Hold
off.
up. Hold up. I'm doing
Oh, wait. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Before I introduce
we can do
her,
an intermission if you
we
guys
could
want to
do.
Yeah, if you guys want to do a quick intermission, we can.
Okay, intermission, then Texas time.
Okay, I
Okay.
will put
Okay.
my be right back scene then. We are back.
You're back. Are you ready? Let's
am
play in
ready.
Lami. Let's play her in.
Ready?
Oh yeah, baby.
Coming from Texas and South Padre Island, there was a waterspout spotted near the ocean. So that looks like it might be our first ever tornado.
Oh my lord.
First
Tornado.
ever?
First ever tornado.
Wait, Texas doesn't get tornadoes?
Okay, Texas gets tornadoes, but they're more up in the north. Near where we are, we don't get tornadoes. At
Got
least
it.
we get tornado warnings, but we don't get tornadoes. At least ever, not since we saw it, like, I believe 2 weeks ago is when we saw that there was a tornado, like, possibly forming near our city, and then the water spout in the ocean. So, I mean, you never know that we might get our first
Never know.
tornado. Up South Texas. This is South Texas news, y'all. So, Northern Texas, don't worry about them. But, yeah.
Don't worry about
This has been Texas Facts with Lami.
Yeah.
that.
Yay!
Good shit. Good shit.
Good
Your thing is
stuff.
still pop up on the screen, by the way.
Yeah.
Mommy. There's a thing.
Oh,
on
shit.
the screen.
Dude, this podcast, I am so sorry, y'all, that there have been a lot of technical difficulties.
It's okay.
And I've
It's
scrolled
okay.
over a couple of times to where you can only see the background of my computer. So I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I'll just have a fun time editing. We'll just throw in some random pictures here and there.
At least when it's on Spotify, you can't really see anything. So that's fine.
Unless you have the feature on where you can see the video.
True.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Don't worry
so
about it.
so
Don't even worry about it.
getting ready. Are we ready to go into the third fan fiction, or did we have anything
No!
else?
I think
Oh,
we're
yeah.
going into the fifth fanfic.
Oh, the fifth
Number
fanfic.
5. Number
Number
5.
five?
Number 5. Point,
A little bit
five.
of honey, y'all, and
We
Our-
are at number
Mambo number
Number
5.
5.
Okay,
Mambo number 5.
so going into the last fan fiction. Okay, last fan
Well,
fiction.
no, because there's still another.
There's still
fanfiction
one
out
Yes,
there.
more.
but the last
There's
one
still
that
one
the
more.
last one that I have. Last one that I have.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
this one's the last one I am going to present to you. This one was written by me. Me, myself, and I.
Ooh, we ended on a juicy note. with
Warning
Lami's
right
stories.
here. If you do not want to hear the M-rated spicy fanfiction, I'm going to omit some stuff because I don't want to get it thrown out. But I will omit some words. But if you don't want to hear it, you can go on to the next one where we start Abby's fanfiction.
Yes,
And
you can. We'll put timestamps in.
we'll put the timestamp right there.
Timestamp
Right over
here.
there. Right over
Where am I
there.
Pointing. I don't.
That
have
way.
Here, we'll do like I'll just do like
Yeah.
for editing purposes.
Mhm.
Alrighty. So this fanfiction that I wrote, it has 3.2K views, 7 stars, and 1 comment. Here we go.
Mhm.
I've never been one to bow or go down on anyone
Mhm.
by command. I have always
Hang
been
on a
s-
minute. Pause. What is the name of it?
Yes, what is
Where
the
can
name
we
of
find
it?
Sorry. This fan fiction is called The Punishment.
Who's
So-
it a fan fiction of? What's the fandom? We need context.
Okay,
Or is it just
so
writing kind of thing?
it's just writing. This is an OC completely like written, like no characters are specifically written for this fan fiction. It's called the real title of the fan fiction is called In My Dreams. with
Okay.
3 dots. The
Okay.
chapter for this chapter is called The Punishment.
Okay.
So, here we go. Please, if I wrote something wrong, I'm sorry. Anyway. I've never been one to bow or go down on anyone by command. I have always been a strong woman and always the one on top. However, this does not mean I don't have the occasional fantasy or two about being dominated. I have always wanted to feel how it is to be completely at the will of the person you are with. To give them everything and not have to make decision. For them to be completely in control.
Mm-hmm.
This is so bad.
I can see it
I've told these thoughts to my boyfriend, but he hasn't seemed interested in wanting to do it. He is afraid that he will hurt me. I don't believe that he ever could. That's why I trust him to be the one to dominate me. Yet he refuses. Except for tonight, that is.
Pussy ass bitch.
Oh.
You're not wrong. Okay, this guy character. Like I said, it's based off no one, so don't make assumptions. Anyway.
Nobody.
No one.
No one in particular.
No
I don't know what happened. It all went by so fast. It started when he came home from work, irritable. I asked him what was wrong, and he said it was nothing. Although I could tell in his voice there had been a problem. It had then led to a heated argument about him not communicating with me enough about his feelings. He started to walk away. That was until I told him one thing I knew would make him upset. If it was Natasha, his ex, you would communicate your feelings with me.
Oh, shoot.
Usually, after I said that, he would raise his voice and tell me how dumb I was being. Today was different, though. He didn't say a word. He walked over to me silently, grabbed my arm a little roughly, not enough to leave a mark, and shoved me into our bedroom. I was fighting him, asking what he was doing and why. He didn't answer a single question as he practically threw me onto the bed. I will omit the spicy content.
No.
Okay. No, okay. We'll read the spicy content, but
Yeah. Don't worry about it. Like,
I don't have
to get banned on Twitch.
Yeah. I don't want to get banned. Anyway, continuing. I didn't have time to react as he kissed me roughly and started to do something onto another thing.
Okay.
I was so distracted by his ministrations. I don't know what the fuck that word means.
I was like, wait.
That I didn't notice he slipped a collar onto my neck until I heard the click that locked into place. I noticed it had also a leash attached to it. At the other end of the leash was held by him. He stopped all the stimulation he was giving me. This reminds me of that podcast we heard in the car.
Yeah.
He was
a podcast.
He was giving me and stood up. Much to my confusion, I thought he'd wanted to take care of the problem currently showing on his end. I'm not going to say where specifically. I was broken out of my confused state as I was suddenly yanked forward with such a force that I was sitting on my knees. I looked up at him with frustration and irritation as I had been deprived of my pleasure. Hey, what the hell? Why did you do that? You can't just yank me like that. Shut up. It was 2 simple words. But the way he said them simple. A pleasurable shiver that went all the way from my spine to somewhere. What do you mean? What do you mean? Why did you say that? What are you planning to do? I was suddenly cut off by something being forced into somewhere. He tugged on my leash with a little force. Oh wait, shit. Never mind. Hold up. Wait. Oh wait. Okay, yeah, there you go. He tugged on my leash with little force, but just enough for his taken all the way in. I said, shut up. He said, he's... I can't read that.
No.
I can't read that.
Oh my
god.
A part of me was terrified. I had never seen the side of him before, so I was worried. But the other part of my brain, which completely drowned out my rational side, was thinking I should just enjoy this and see where it goes. Pretty soon, I stopped thinking altogether as I only focused on the way he... ... The sounds he made when doing something made me happy. I didn't put make me happy, by the way. I put something
Doing
completely
something
different.
made me
happy.
happy.
But she was really happy, guys.
She was
Really
real
happy.
Really happy.
I could already feel something indicating that he was almost finished. Normally, he would give me some time to, reevaluate and think, However, today,
Think about it.
it seemed that he was not.
Prayers before going to church, he would give you time to do that. Yeah.
However, it seemed like... Wait, fuck. Oh, fuck. Shit. I lost it. However, today, it seemed that he was not going to let that happen. He held me as he continued to do what he was doing. And eventually, eventually he didn't stop. I could feel something burning, but I was enjoying the feeling so much it caused me to be happier. He noticed this too, and reversed what he was doing and was just like, he was like, okay, seems like someone enjoyed our little playtime. He pulled my chin up, but unfortunately for you, this isn't about your enjoyment. I was confused by this. Usually he would always say he's happy to please me, and did. But as I looked into his eyes and saw something more mischievous had come over him. That was really weird. I was pulled from my trance as he yanked me forward again, putting me on all fours. I looked up at him and saw that he had a serious look on his face and knelt down in front of me. Since you've been not a very nice person, saying your stupid little comments of yours, this will be your punishment for today. You will follow me around like this for the rest of the day until 12 a.m. Exactly 12 a.m. This also means that you will do everything I say. If you're good, you get a reward. If you're bad, the punishment gets worse. The choice is yours. You will also refer to me as something, not my name or any other nickname. If you need something, you ask me politely. Do I make myself clear?
Oh my god.
I was looking down, cheeks burning with embarrassment, but also making me happy. I couldn't answer. I couldn't answer him like that in front of him. Sure, I've thought about it a few times, but I never thought it would happen. Now that it is, it's very embarrassing. I didn't even notice that he went behind me as I was too focused on my internal battle with myself. I was brought back to my attention when he forcibly did something, did something that you usually do when someone's being bad. Okay, I'll just sound it out.
Naughty.
Naughty.
I make myself clear? By the time it was over, I was a whimpering mess as I felt a certain way. Yes, yes, what? Yes, person. I said as I looked down embarrassingly again. I felt his hand touch with a gentle touch somewhere. Oh, that's my so and so. You see how easy
That's
that
my
was?
no square.
I felt as he slowly did something. And it was
all right.
You did something.
fuck, I can't read that. I could barely keep the sound suppressed as he did something, as he said certain things to me. Sorry, that phone just walked in. Okay, anyway, back to the story.
She's getting flustered right now.
Nightfall, go away. This is Nightfall.
I could barely keep the sounds suppressed as he talked to me a certain way while he was doing something. And I am not going to read. I am not going to read what he said specifically, but it's not great. You've probably seen it before.
It's very, very bad. Sorry, I'm gonna shut the fuck up.
I kept sounding sounds. He suddenly paused, making me feel frustrated and wanting. I looked at him as he looked back at me with a devilish smile. I'm sorry, what was that? I couldn't hear you. I looked forward again. Yes, so and so what? Yes, so and so I would like to do something. And I suddenly panicked.
Very happy.
She wants to be very happy. Well then, let's hear it. My body was aching. I wanted to do something. I felt him grab somewhere and did something. Did something more.
I love the dodging right now so much. Like we have no idea what's being touched.
With that, I let out a loud sound and did something. I felt my arms shaking as I tried to steady myself, but ended up becoming, I felt him. I felt him go in front of me and put something in front of me. And it felt really weird, but it made me really happy. When I was done, he took something out and looked at me. After a good moment of staring, he got up, turned to walk out of the room. I'm going to take a bath. Leave your collar on, and I want you walking on all fours. With that, he heads to the restroom. With what just happened here, I can only imagine what the rest of the day is going to be like.
Oh.
That is chapter 1. And I have not continued it since 2020.
And how many likes is on this one?
7 likes, but 3.63k views. Reads.
Yeah. Any comments?
Just one comment. The comment on this one says, "Are you going to update?"
Are you going to update? They're just waiting.
They're waiting for the update.
Just leaving them on edge.
Literally on edge. I will, if you would like an R-rated version. No, I'm kidding. No, but the extended version I'll probably read off stream because it's just too. It's too much. It's too much.
It's too much.
It is too much. But yeah, I wrote that I don't know why I wrote that. I guess it's 2020. We were all inside. I had nothing to do, and that was pretty much it.
No, you gotta express yourself.
You gotta express yourself. That's what fan fiction is for, guys. It's expressing yourself, but not in a way that's criminal, please. But yeah, those are all my fan fictions. So think of what you will. I don't wish to be judged. Abby, you ready?
Are you ready, Abby? For the surprise?
Listen. I've lived on this earth for 27 years.
Uh-huh.
Right.
So this was written by ChatGPT, so it's not going to be anything too crazy. I mean, Lami could take it and like do a little spin off of it, you know.
Definitely.
I and in my 27 years on this earth, I've seen some things. And what I have not seen is a fan fiction including me. And beyond that, I definitely have not seen a fan fiction including me and Yoda.
Oh,
So,
wait.
if this is what that is,
You have it up, Lami.
Oh,
if
I'm
that's
pulling
what
it
this
up.
is,
Okay.
you know, that's definitely gonna shock and something me. I'm definitely gonna feel something.
Wait, where'd you leave the
I think
link,
you'll
Mia?
feel a lot of love. It should be in our chat.
In our chat
Together.
chat? Or, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I'm
Discord.
going.
Or, yeah, our own. Yeah.
Okay, our personal
So,
Discord. Okay.
Abby, the title of this is called A Love Across Galaxies.
Oh, shoot.
Oh god.
Sorry, guys.
Oh,
Messed with that a little
God.
bit.
Oh,
Okay, there we go. Neon,
we're
would you
back.
like to share your screen or
um,
do you just want to read it? We could just read it.
We'll just read it.
Okay.
So,
I
are you ready,
yeah.
Abby?
Yeah. That's all I
Okay.
Ready is all
In the
ever.
27
heart.
years.
Yes, you be ready. I wish we had like some like, yeah, some like mood
Star
music.
Wars.
Okay.
Recorder.
Yeah.
If I had my recorder right now, I would like.
I'll sing the music for you, Neon.
I could go get my
Okay.
guitar, but it's in the other room right now.
In the heart of the ancient galaxy, where the Force wove its intricate patterns, two beings found themselves drawn together.
Down together. I'm down
Sorry.
with you.
I'm down
Drawn
bad with
together
you.
by
Down
destiny.
my ass.
One was Abby, a mysterious, enigmatic woman from the Outer Rim, known for her unparalleled connections to the living Force. The other was Yoda, the legendary Jedi Master, wise and powerful, whose wisdom was revered across the stars.
I'm. Oh man. Do you want to?
I'll read this bit, yeah.
Okay.
Their meeting was not by chance, but by the will of the Force itself.
Oh my god!
Do you want to read one paragraph and then one and then one?
Yeah.
Abby was on a journey. Oh, Abby was on a journey, seeking to understand the deeper mysteries of the Force. Her path led her to the ancient world of Dagobah, a place teeming with life and energy of the Force. There, among the swamps and twisted trees, she felt a presence, a powerful, familiar presence.
Yoda had sensed her approach long before she arrived. He knew she was coming, and he was curious. Abby was no ordinary traveler. Her connections to the Force was unique, something Yoda had only encountered in ancient prophecies.
As Abbi landed on Dagobah, the misty atmosphere embraced her, and she felt a gentle, guiding presence in the Force. Following it, she soon found herself in a small clearing where the ancient Jedi Master stood, his eyes closed, meditating.
Wow, that's so hard.
Do you want to read this one?
Yeah. Come you have. Yoda's voice broke the silence as he opened his eyes to meet hers.
Oh, okay.
You read for Abby, I'll read for Yoda.
Yeah, okay.
I
I gotta chill. I gotta calm down for a second. Ooh, okay. Master Yoda, Abby replied. Her voice was soft and filled with reverence. I have come seeking assurance. The Force has led me here.
Answers you seek? Yoda murmured, his ears twitching slightly as he regarded her.
Much to learn you still have. But different you are. Strong your connection is with the Force.
Abby felt a warmth in Yoda's presence, something beyond mere wisdom. There was a kindness, a depth of understanding that resonated with her own spirit. As they spoke, time seemed to slip away, and they found themselves lost in conversation about the nature of the Force, the balance of light and dark, and the mysteries of the universe.
Days turned into weeks, and their bond grew. Abbi was drawn to Yoda's wisdom, but also to the gentleness of his spirit. Yoda, in turn, found himself intrigued by her unique perspective on the Force, her vibrant energy, and her unwavering belief in the power of love and compassion.
In the quiet moments, as the sun set over the swamps, they would sit together, sharing thoughts and feelings in a way that transcended words. The Force flowed between them, weaving their hearts together in a bond that neither had anticipated.
One evening, as they sat by the flickering lights of a small fire, Abbi looked into Yoda's eyes, seeing the depth of his soul. You're reading for Abbi? Yeah?
Master Yoda,
she began, her voice trembling slightly.
I have felt something growing between us, something more than just the Force.
Oh my god! I don't.
Oh my god.
Yoda's eyes softened as he looked at her.
Strong our connection is.
He said quietly, unexpected this feeling. Oh, whoops.
Wrong read.
Unexpected this feeling was, but deny it I cannot. The Force, it binds us in ways unknown.
Abbi reached out, gently yanking, or not yanking, sorry.
What? I ain't yanking nothing on Yoda. What the fuck you saying?
On his glove, come here.
Gently taking Yoda's small hand in hers.
No.
I do not know what the future holds, but I know that my heart is with you, Yoda.
For a moment, there was silence, and then Yoda smiled, a rare and tender smile that lit up his ancient features.
No.
With you, my heart is also, he whispered.
And so, in the heart of the ancient galaxy, two beings from different worlds found a love that was as timeless as the Force itself. Together, they explored the mysteries of the universe, not just as Jedi and student, but as a kindred spirits bound by a love that transcended time and space.
Their love
became a legend.
Oh shit. Their love became a legend, a tale whispered among the stars, a testament to the power of the Force and the infinite possibilities of love.
And that was
Abbi and Yoda.
a love across the galaxies.
Romantic Force connection.
Yes.
I'm fucking hyperventilating right now. I need you to understand. I'm not okay.
That was beautiful.
His
That
ancient
was
features.
beautiful.
His ancient features. Abbi, I didn't know you were into older men.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Listen, right fucking now. I can't wait for the day that you guys get your own little fucked up band. You're gonna know exactly how I feel right now.
Oh my god, dude. His ancient features light up his face.
You lit him up, Abby.
You lit him up.
Yoda's
Did you
features.
not hear how happy Yoda was?
You don't understand what this feels like. You cannot possibly. I thought going into this, I was prepared. Hey, no, dog. No, dog. Yeah,
She wasn't ready.
She wasn't
I thought
ready.
I was at least a little prepared. I was like, yeah, no, me and Yoda, fanfiction. No, it's fucking weird. hearing your name being said, and Abby grabbed Yoda's hand, and I love you, Yoda. Like, what the fuck?
I love you, Yoda. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
This is the character Abby do,
my
though. This is
God,
not
yeah,
actually
this
Abby.
is the character Abby do. Just imagine Abby's PNG tuber character.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
Yoda.
Yes.
Yeah, y'all
Abby
are
and
fucking
Yoda.
weird.
Oh,
if
and you don't-
ship me.
you
if
also-
you ship me with.
You also
Yoda.
don't have to imagine it because there's gonna be an animation coming or maybe
Oh
a
yeah.
comic. Or something,
We're gonna
so.
take this segment of us reading it, and it's gonna be animated. There's probably gonna be some beautiful fan art also.
Oh, yeah.
I don't need it. You don't have to do that. You know that, right? You
I
don't
think-
have to.
No,
I
it's
think
not
we
that we
need
don't
to.
have to. It's that we want to do it, Abby. Just for you.
Yes.
We want to do it.
Yeah, we want to show how much
No,
we appreciate you.
really, it's okay. I'm so full after that fan fiction.
No, we gotta
That-
say you gotta have some dessert too. You gotta have some dessert.
Yeah.
It's just a requirement.
Hey, you had your entree, you had your meal.
I
Now we
felt-
got the
Now we
dessert.
gotta do
no?
dessert.
Yeah.
I felt something stronger than the Force with that one. Like I don't need anything.
I love Lami's voice in that. She did a solid 10 out of 10 Yoda.
Oh,
Thank you.
perfect. Yeah.
Thank you. I felt like I was really immersed in this character. You know, I was really falling in love with
It
Abby
really added to the experience of horror.
Yes.
Doo. It was a romantic story, not a horror story.
It was beautiful.
It's
It's
all
very
about
beautiful.
perspective, you know. Little
Yeah.
Red Riding Hood. Let's look at Little Red Riding Hood, right? From the perspective of us, the readers, it's a charming little fairy tale. From the perspective of maybe Little Red, where she gets eaten alive by a wolf and is trapped inside his stomach, that's a horror. That's a horror story, you know. So just think about it this way: you guys think it's funny to ship me with Yoda. I think it's horrifying to ship me with. You see the perspective there?
But
His
he's so much older and wiser than all of us. He probably knows a couple of things, just saying.
Yeah, I mean, you never know. He's very, very old and wise.
Yeah, very old and wise.
He's got some experience, you know?
He's only got 3 fingers.
Those, and that's all you need. That's really all you need.
2 in the pink, 1 in the stick.
I wasn't gonna
3.
say.
3 right there.
Oh my
Oh,
god,
Oh
dude.
my god. This has
Anyway.
been enlightening.
Oh, shit. That's so great.
Learning all these different terminologies and different stories, all of the different fanfics.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Very, very nice.
Jesus Christ almighty. Well, thanks for that. I appreciate you guys so much.
Thank
These are
Chat
some of my-
GPT, you know.
Chat
Really
GPT
coming
is
out
always
here.
trying to pull through.
You know, I get it. I get it. We as you know, we like to torture our besties.
We
Mhm.
do.
It's
We
a
love
good
to.
meme.
It's
We do.
great.
I just, you know, sometimes you gotta ask yourself, does it need to happen? I don't know if me and Yoda needs to happen, you know?
I
just
think it
don't-
needed to happen. I think it did.
Yeah. I mean, this all came about because Abby asked her chat during a stream one time during
Yeah,
her
personal
subathon. What she should tweet because she hit the sub goal.
So
And they
really,
said-
it's Abby's fault.
Yeah, they said Yoda x Abby fanfic, and here we are today.
In what world would somebody be like, what should I tweet? What world would they expect people to be like, I want to see you kissing Yoda on the mouth? Who the fuck would expect that?
I mean, it happens. That it happens. You
It
really
does.
put this on yourself by tweeting that, by tweeting out. It's like
Yeah.
it didn't need to happen, but we wanted it to. So
Mhm.
I can't believe
that's how it happened.
when I started streaming, I thought it would just be super fun and silly. And it's like, oh my god, I died to the evil bad guy in the game. Oh no, tee, let's try again. And now here we are, and I'm getting fan fiction.
So many years later with your own fan fiction, though. Fan fiction.
Yeah, I
My
know. Like, look at
very
you.
first fan fiction.
Very
That's
first fan
crazy.
fiction.
That's crazy. Anyway.
Yeah.
That was.
all those other fan fictions.
Well,
Like that.
those other fan fictions were definitely a 10 out of 10. It was pretty great.
Yes. Especially the one where Lami literally couldn't say anything because it was so explicit.
It was very
that
explicit.
You could just imagine
You
whatever
could
you wanted
imagine.
to in your brain, and it was probably right.
Yeah. It's very great, very
Yeah.
graphic. I want to say very graphic, not for the faint of heart.
Mhm. I like that we've had some tame fanfics as well as some very spicy fanfics. We've
Definitely
gotten,
a
I think, the
diverse
whole
community.
range. There's probably more to it, but
Oh, we've had range today, all right.
Oh yeah,
we definitely had range. We definitely had range.
We started off strong with the Gavin Reed and RK900 one.
Yes, great lead into
Great
this
lead.
podcast today.
Recommended. I need more people to talk to about it. So just saying, if y'all want to go and read that,
Yeah,
you're more than welcome
Lami
to.
needs to expand her fan base, I guess you could say.
Mhm.
Uh,
I need to expand the fan base. But
Speaking of expanding fan bases, is now an appropriate time for the plugging of the
Yes.
thing?
you're good.
Yes.
Yeah, we're already close to we're hitting the 2 hour and 17 minute mark. So
17 hours. Oh.
2 hours and 17 hours. So many hours. So many hours, I couldn't put them all together into one number. I had to do numbers.
we're at the 2 hour and 17 minute mark for the podcast. So I think now is a
Yes.
good time to start wrapping up and doing some of those plugins.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby. And for those of you watching on Spotify and YouTube, you're like, that's not the time I have. Well, we did stuff before, okay? We
Yeah.
did
Yes.
for a bit. So just back off, okay? Back the fuck
Back
off.
off.
Plug time. So obviously, for the three of us, we got Lami over on the left, according to the recording here. Yes, left, that way. And she obviously she streams at MRS_SALAMII. That's Mrs. Salami on Twitch.tv. She's also goes by that name on TikTok and YouTube. Correct? Is
Yep.
also
Yes.
that.
Yep.
Yes. So you can see her little animations there. She's fantastic. We love her. Waifu. To my right here, we have Neon X Lotus. That's NEONXLOTUS. You can find her at twitch.tv. She also, that's also the same on YouTube, or is it different on YouTube?
No, it's
Same
the same
on YouTube. And also
It's been
you'll find her on TikTok as well. I'm Abbi Lami, and that's spelled ABBIDIEU. You can find me on Twitch, and I'm also on Twitter. Just add an X at the end of it because X.
She's gotta be edgy.
I'm different.
Yes.
Yeah. You can find all of our links as well on our Beacons page at beacons.ai/AFTERSTREAMSOUP. That's After Stream Soup, by the way. And that's where you'll find all of our links. And also that is where you'll find us on Spotify and YouTube. Is our Twitch on there yet? Or is we just hiding it right now?
Our Twitch might be there. It might be there.
We are currently hiding
Yeah, well,
it
if
right
it's
now, I
there,
think.
it's there, and if it's not there, I mean, we'll
You
end
can look up
posting it
After Stream
eventually.
Soup. It's the same on every single platform except for TikTok because TikTok.
We
is
got
up.
banned on TikTok.
Yeah, TikTok sucks. TikTok
Yeah, we got
sucks.
banned.
Stinky.
But
It's
YouTube,
stinky.
Twitch, Twitter, or X, sorry. After
Mhm,
Stream Soup.
mhm. You'll find all our
Yes.
links in that Beacons page, and I think that's pretty much it, guys.
Yeah,
Am I
I
right?
think that's it. I
Yeah,
think that's
we're
it.
good.
And links in the description for the fanfics that we read today.
Yes. They will be
Uh,
linked.
Aside from the Yoda one, maybe we're not posting that one just yet. I don't.
Oh, I'm
think-
posting
or
it on my
like we-
Wattpad.
If it gets
Ah.
posted somewhere,
We'll post
link
it.
Yeah.
We'll link it.
Maybe
Yeah.
that might be for
But
the
yeah.
archives. We don't know yet.
I would. I don't know about these two, but me personally, I would really appreciate if you followed us on all these
Mhm.
things. Followed,
Yes.
especially the podcast
Mm-hmm.
Follow us on Spotify and YouTube. Kisses. Appreciate that so much if you do that. Little squishy cheek. Anything else we need to say before we end it, guys?
I think you pretty
that's
much
it.
covered it. I think we
Yeah.
should be good to go. Guys, please tune in to the next podcast if you haven't already. You can go back and watch episodes 1 through 5. This is episode 6, I believe. I didn't even put it in
Yes.
the title, so sorry.
Yes, it is episode 6.
That's crazy.
We are on
that
We're on
episode
6
I
already.
know, 6 episodes. But if y'all want to go back and watch
Wait.
those, you're more than welcome to. A bunch of great stuff that we did. We usually do this every once a month. We're gonna try and do it every
Mhm.
once a month on a certain day. It may be later in the month or earlier. We'll let you guys know. But just keep an eye out on X for tweets, Twitter, or for like little posts and stuff like that. If y'all
Mhm.
want to follow us, you're more than welcome to. And the waifus are
You should.
very great.
We're
Yes.
You should follow us. You should
We
follow
have great
us.
content.
Yeah, I think they pretty much have really great content. Just saying.
Oh, Lami does too, though. She does great animations.
Yeah, baby.
But yeah, thank you guys so
But yeah.
much for listening to the podcast. We really appreciate it. Neon, you got anything else?
I think that's it. I think we're
Or-
solid.
or if you watched with your eyeballs too.
Yes.
Cool eyeballs, bro. Where'd you get them?
Cool eyeballs. Cool eyeballs. Can I borrow 'em sometime?
Yeah. And eat soup, everybody.
Eat
Yes.
soup.
It's good for you.
Mhm.
And thank you for watching us. See y'all next
Bye.
month. Bye.
Bye.